if you're interested in this card or the 1990 action-packed promos set as a whole, you're going to want to watch this video. We're going to lay out all of the information about this set. There's a lot of contradicting things that are online about it. There's a lot of incomplete information, things that can really mislead you. So we're going to really lay it out there. Everything that's currently known about this set, whether it is certain or even uncertain information. I have other videos from this set. I have the Patrick Ewing card, the Michael Jordan card, and a white border Patrick Ewing. But this video will be the most complete in terms of all of the information. This design, it's similar to a 1988 baseball test issue that Action Pack did. Now, this is 1990, but this design, it was a trial of Action Pack's initial design. They were testing the waters with this. The basketball cards from the action-packed promos, you're looking at the Magic Johnson right here. These basketball cards, at least them, they were used to try for an NBA license. They wanted to make a set of cards. Now, unfortunately, an action-packed basketball set using this design, it didn't make the cut. There's going to be some implications about that later, but it didn't make the cut. The design was used for a football set. You can get that. These are really neat cards. The rounded corners, you want to check those out. And look, the player is embossed on the card. Really neat design. I think that this is the first time in basketball card history that we have embossed cards. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but 1990, I think this is it, these promotional cards. So, neat design. You can find it in a football set. How do we know these are promos? Well, let's flip it over. Sample. Obvious. Look, not for sale. There's more information about this too. Really, if you're curious, I keep saying it, but watch this video. Lots of info in this video. So if there's any question at all whether these cards specifically were intended on being sold, there's your answer right there. No, these are purely promotional sample cards. You can see that right on the back. There. Oh, did you see too? There's a crease here where the card is folded. That's how these are constructed. So they're a little thicker than your usual card, although the size is standard. Yeah, very nice cards. Sorry, I keep flipping this over. One more thing on the back. We have this white box here, a little bit extraneous, and a star. This star, if they were to use this design, that's where they were putting the card number. That's what that is. Finally, what we really need to talk about, if you want to go into depth in this set, we have a gold foil stamped border. It's the borders that make this set interesting. It's the borders on these cards that keep collectors on their toes and where we still have some things up in the air. So, as I said, I have a video of a white border Patrick Ewing. I'll put that as the clip at the end of this video if you want to look at it. It's a completely different card. No foil, it's just white. Very obviously a white border. It's a rare card. I know of two of them, that are PSA graded, the white border Patrick Ewing. But there are others. I have a video of the Michael Jordan from this set. Did you know there's a Michael Jordan white border version? I did see that. It was back in 2012 on eBay. So there's more than meets the eye to this set, whatever you're seeing in your price guide. Keep your eyes peeled. Some interesting things. I did see a white border Michael Jordan. BGS, they graded a Michael Jordan that they labeled as silver border. But I want to discuss this. I want you to be careful when you're collecting variations. You know, is it just a printing defect? Is it really a variation? Is it sunlight fading from 1990? And we're looking at 30 years ago at this point. Even camera angle can make photographs look very different. This card, for example, look, if I do something like this, could I convince you that that's silver foil? Or what about there? What about something like that? Doesn't that look like a silver foil, Magic Johnson? If you look at this card right now, if you go to the web page I have in the description where I took a picture, that looks very, very gold. You'd swear that they're two different cards. And I have a feeling, here, watch this. If I move the light, there, that's a gold foil, huh? But again, look at the photograph I have on that webpage if you're really curious or if you're thinking about buying one of these. You can really make these borders look silver or gold. So I have a feeling there's a little bit of that going on right now. If you go to PSA's website, they have silver and gold varieties listed for all of the action-packed promos. But they don't indicate cards being found for all of those. So I would love to see if someone has what they think is a silver and a gold. Hold them side by side, the same light, and really let's see if these are different cards and variations. They might be. They might be. I'm just saying be careful. Don't get tricked. Don't get tricked. You can make these look very different. Some more specific things about this set. So these white borders, these foil stamped borders, I've done a lot of browsing. We get a lot of our information through word of mouth when we're collecting. Here's what I've pieced together. None of this verified, but it makes sense. Take it for what it's worth. So, these rare white border versions of the cards, I think those were the samples that they were using to try to get that NBA license. They made a few of them. There's not that many out there. That's why you don't see them very often. And like I said, we know there's a Patrick Ewing and a Michael Jordan. That's all I've seen. That's all I've seen in terms of the white border. So, they thought that they were going to get that NBA license. So they started printing the regular versions, the ones here that you see with the gold foil stamped border. They started printing them early, okay? Once they got rejected by the NBA, they stopped production, and that's when they stamped that sample not for sale on the back of the card that you saw. That story makes sense to me. It makes sense based on the numbers that we're seeing. I think that's correct. Another thing too, there's even unfolded versions of these cards that float around the market occasionally. So again, keep your eyes peeled. Expect the unexpected. A lot of variation in this set. The complete set, you got Patrick Ewing, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Sugar Ray Leonard, and you have 3 hockey players. Some price guides forget about that. Lemieux, Gretzky, Yzerman. One more final thing before we go. I've even heard of the existence of uncut sheets of this set. Never saw them yet. Never saw them. But browsing some forums online, I have heard that they exist, some uncut sheets. So, thanks for watching this, a longer video, but I think in this video, I've given you all of the up-to-date information that we know about these 1990 action-packed promos. Some of it's not conclusive in terms of the border variations, but that's the nature of the hobby. Sometimes things aren't settled yet. They're not right now. But I think we got all the information out there. Appreciate you watching. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.